So you say you know that everyone's a mirror to you. You say you understand and you get it that everyone is you pushed out. Yet you're struggling and not buying into and finding yourself every day conforming to the world, conforming to your current circumstances rather than allowing your circumstances and the world to conform to you. So if that's you, stay tuned. You definitely don't want to miss this. Hey everyone, my name is Kim Velez. I am a former trauma therapist, now turned transformation manifestation coach, where I am all about the level up, baby, the self-concept work, baby, the getting your dream life, baby, the changing you so it fucking sticks and it gets easier and easier. This is why manifesting is easy and effortless when you don't have a belief system of you in the way, right? The beliefs about you in relation to what you want do not fucking make you doubt it. Do not make you distrust it. Do not make you need the outside to reflect what you desire. Because without that 3D showing you that you matter, showing you that you're good enough, showing you that you're rich as fuck, showing you that you're the one, you don't fucking know it. You get that? That's what we're talking about today. So when we look at understanding manifesting, and why it is easily and effortlessly, as they say, right? It is easy and effortless when you're get out of your fucking way. And a lot of you struggle with this because part of you is you're still really not doing the self-concept work. You're still in that that version of yourself that has low self-concept, that feels broke. You're in that old identity, right? You haven't shifted it yet. You're in the old identity of not chosen, not good enough, love is hard, all the yucky things, right? You're in the old identity of the world is dark and cold or whatever, right? So then what happens is you're observing around you, and because you're still you, your dominant focus, your dominant interpretation and assumption of things are still based off that old you. So that's why you're seeing it more. That's why you're feeling it more. That's why you're getting more of it than you're seeing, feeling, and getting what it is that you want. So when we look at trusting and understanding that the world will conform to you, that is law. It's conforming to you now. Even with your low self-concept, the world is still conforming to you and your assumptions. So the magic you have, the magic we all have, is to shift our perspective, right? Change our belief system of us, recode ourselves so we believe different things, so that we train our minds to focus different, to attach different meanings, to see different things, until all those new ways become your new natural assumptions. And then your mind will fixate on the circumstances and attach meanings to the circumstances that support the new version of you, the new belief system that you've decided and chosen for yourself. I'm adopting this. I'm adopting this way of being. I'm adopting this belief system of me. I am adopting and choosing this fucking identity. And I'm going to adopt and choose that this is how the world shows up for me. So many people are still needing validation. If you're someone who's still looking outside of you, who doesn't know they're worthy, who doesn't believe that they're going to be loved or they're going to be a priority, if you're still needing that reflection in your 3D reality for someone to come in and say these things to you and treat you as such, it's because you don't know it, baby. Period. Mic fucking drop. That is the truth. And this is what the beautiful work is, because I used to be her. That version is in pain. That version is creating realities over and over again where she's stuck in that fucking loop of not feeling good enough, of feeling insecure, and then manifesting in those experiences that fucking magnify and amplify that pain in her. Okay. So the way I shifted from being that version of me, I had to recode me. I had to choose a different identity and commit to changing my story of me, no matter what was happening outside of me. And once I did that, and it was a process, right? I had tons of results in the beginning, even though my reality was like shitty for a long time, like the majority of it, I still had moments and reflections, and I had transformations and shifts in me, but I had to keep persisting and being consistent and on top of my mental diet and embodying this new version of me over and over again until I fucking believed it. And once I believed it, the game fucking changed for me, and the game will change for you too. And so that's what the work is that we're always having results, and we're always transforming, even if we have a new perspective shift, even if, just something shifts in us differently. We see something, well, that's a perspective shift. I was gonna say we see something a different way. It does, same fucking thing, right? But it's about anchoring it in. It's about really making this new way of you your normal way of being. So you keep practicing that daily until that's you. And so what a lot of people do, right, is they're like, and we've all been there. I have been there too. And anyone who's, apparently teaching this stuff, they've been there too, whether they admit it or not, because we're human and it's part of the experience and no one is like immune to it. Sorry, I'm tired this morning, but also quick fucking interruption here. I have to say, I don't know if you can see my nails good. Let me tell you something. I've been getting my nails done every 2 weeks for like 15 years, like the gel. And then I did the next, some whatever powder stuff. Right. And then I switched to Russian manicures, which then I would only have to go like every 3.5, 4 weeks because they grow out slower. But I got so sick of doing that for so long, right? I don't like my life being ruled by lots of appointments, and with the hair blowouts and the lashes and the eyebrows and the self-tans and gyms and all the things that we're doing, right? I started cutting back and finding better ways that just feel better for me. So anyways, I got fed up one day because then when I go get the Russian manicure, I'm in there for 3 hours, even though it's only like every 3.5 weeks. I don't want to sit there it's a long thing because I get my feet done too. And I'm like, I'm just over this. So I bought these Glamnetics nails because I was like, fuck it, I'm going to try it. These young girls are rocking this shit. They look kind of good. I was like, let's just try it. Worst case scenario, I just go back. I'm obsessed with them. I put them on, and I'm not a do-it-yourself kind of girl. It took me 5 fucking minutes, and I've had them on 13 days, and not any of them are loose. And I'm in the gym with them, and I lift barbells, like heavy fucking weights. So I have to, use my grip strength, and they haven't even budged. Obsessed with these babies. If you don't know, I suggest getting on them. And then what I love too is like, I'm not stuck with the same fucking color for like a month when I did the Russian manicure. So you could take these off whenever you want. I just bought like a whole bunch of colors and fun things. And sorry, I had to share in case you didn't know. So anyways, I digress. Sorry about that. When we are understanding this, we don't need the validation, right? We are reprogramming us. And in the beginning, you're going to still feel like shit. In the beginning, you're still going to believe all the yucky beliefs that you currently do believe, right? They just don't go away overnight. Typically, most of them, especially when it comes to self-concept, especially self-concept and love. And we are conditioned and trained to respond and react and take our cue from outside of us. We're also conditioned and trained, especially in all the cultures, but in certain cultures, it's even more prevalent than others, about needing and looking for validation from people outside of us, right? People telling us, okay, now you're good enough, right? Oh, because you made this achievement, now you're successful, like all these things. And listen, I'm part of that process too, right? I've been indoctrinated wherever we live in the part of the world and whatever our family. I mean, there's so many ways we get programmed. So it's understanding all of this and loving yourself through the process of, it's never going to be perfect, but it's about a system and a formula of you making the commitment to you to say, I'm going to recode me, that I don't need to be this way anymore. And I'm going to learn how to break the habit of taking my cue from outside of me, of when I'm feeling insecure, when I'm feeling unloved, when I'm feeling not good enough, when I'm feeling anxious and nervous because I know I got bills coming up, right? That instead of me checking the bank account frantically or trying to save, clip all these coupons to save fucking money, instead of me going on a dating app just to get some validation, or texting SP that ghosted me last week, right? Like, instead of doing the things that we've done in the past from the low self concept version to get the quick thing, oh, okay, now I feel better, right? Because they respond, oh, look, okay, they didn't forget me, right? They're still answering. So that means I still have a shot, right? If I clip these coupons, I could save money, which makes me feel better right now, this second, to know that I'm doing something towards me not feeling so broke, right? But that's not how you shift your reality, right? The way you shift your reality is to go within and decide, I can recode this story of me, that this doesn't have to keep being my reality, that I can build a belief system where I trust in the unseen and I fully know that I'm fucking supported, that I'm always going to be taken care of, that even though in the past I felt like money was hard for me to get, right? Even though in the past it's always been a struggle to have more than enough, right? Even in the past when I didn't know, whatever, right, where it was coming from, I don't have to live that way anymore. I can change and alter the timeline that I'm on and start experiencing a different reality where it's filled with abundance, where it's filled with me being prosperous. And I'm going to start tapping into mentally changing that story, right? I'm going to change my self concept. I'm going to recode me and decide that, you know what, fuck that. Everything I do touch turns to gold, right? That I am a fucking money magnet, that everybody's giving me everything for free, that every time I check my bank account, more and more money's coming to me, that I always come up with the most brilliant money-making ideas. I mean, whatever, we can go on with 9 million stories you could say about you and your reality, right? That it feels so good that I'm supported, that it feels good that I know the universe is taking care of me, that I know that I'm creating reality where I always have way the fuck more than enough. And it's the same thing in your love life, right? Even though love's always been hard for me, even though I've always felt insecure and not good enough, even though I've manifested in multiple partners in my life that have, not chosen me, or were uncommitting to me, or disrespectful to me, or whatever, right? It doesn't have to keep being that way. I get to alter timelines and allow the world to catch up to me in my new story. And so there's this process to do daily so that you're catching yourself, you're understanding when you are seeking validation. Because, like I've said, a lot of you keep yourself stuck in a limbo where you're not getting what you want because you refuse to do the self-concept work, and because you're still looking outside of you over and over again, rather than catching yourself doing that and then intervening on yourself to do that, and then replacing that habit you typically would do with a different one that's actually about you going within and validating yourself, going within and calming your nervous system down and embodying the version of you that if I had the money in my bank account, if this were my normal way of life, if I were in relationships of my dreams, if I always felt safe and secure in my love life, if the types of men that I always called into my love life easily and effortlessly committed to me and were faithful and emotionally fulfilling, and et cetera, who would I be? Well, you wouldn't be the version of you that is the complete opposite of that. So it's about, embodiment. It's about mentally changing your story of you. It's about accessing the resources within you to shift your emotional state. And then you got to behave different. And you get all three of those in alignment. Boom, baby. You practice that over and over as best as you can. At some point, one day you're going to wake up and it's going to be who the fuck you are. And then that's when it gets to be easy and effortless. So you have to stop looking outside of you and then allowing whatever is currently unfolded or what unfolded last night and then you conform to it. We're not doing that. That's not what conscious manifesting is. That's not what a master manifester is. A conscious manifester is someone who says, ooh, yeah, we don't want this. So what do I want instead? Who do I want to be instead? What do I want to be my reality instead? What can I create that's better suited for me instead of this bullshit, right? And you persist in that, and you have to train yourself. It isn't going to happen overnight. but it's, you got to focus on you and pay attention to what's going on inside of you rather than did SP text or what are they saying or doing? And you're listening to the wrong people, which is why you're not getting the results that you want. That's the truth, babe. And I get it. I get it. Because when we're in pain and we're in such a low self-concept, we falsely believe the answer is if SP just comes in and chooses me, then I know I'm incredible and amazing. But that's not the case, because when SP has chosen you, it wasn't enough. When you get the text from SP, is it enough for you? No. What happens after the text? When the high of it wears off 5 minutes later, when there's no follow-up text, you go right back to being you and they don't want me and you're feeling like shit, right? That's the shit that's got to stop, because that's what's keeping you stuck in a reality, in a timeline that you say you don't want. All right, I love you. Let me know if you have worn these glamnetics or whatever they're called, and if you love them, and if you're going to try them, I would love to know that too, because us ladies got to stick together and share good stuff. But let me know your thoughts about this video. I might have triggered some of you, and that's okay, because I'm here to activate you to really look at your own way of being and your own patterns and see, oh yeah, that's exactly what I've been doing, which is why I don't have what I want. So maybe it's time to try something different, because the old way hasn't been working. Right? This is what growth is, baby. This is what being a conscious manifester is. This is what getting out of your own way is. This is how you literally create the life of your dreams and get everything that you want. All right. I love you. Bye.